ever tell y'all the story about the time I punched a girl in a corn maze? What's going on, everybody? Dub here, the synthesizer of opinions, and I'm back. I'm back from Japan with love, and I'm also back with a 65432 review. Today we're going to be talking Nicki Minaj's latest album, Queen. 65432, 6 minutes, 5 things to know about the album, 4 favorite tracks, 3 adjectives to describe the album with, 2 potential ratings to give the album at the end of this review. Is it hot or is it not? Did I like the album, or in my opinion, did it kind of suck? Now, 5 things to know starts with the fact that this is the first album Nicki Minaj has released in 4 years. The Pink Print, this album's predecessor, came in 2014, late 2014, and with an album simply titled Queen, you would imagine Nicki coming back with a revamped sonic and personal attitude. The tale of the tape, if you will, with this album reads 64 minutes, 19 tracks, plus a bonus track and then some Target bonus tracks for the physical copies. When you look at the writing production on this album, it's kind of a group effort. There are a lot of names that show up on multiple tracks. My assumption is for the purpose of hook writing or just general production credits. I certainly would not accuse Nicki Minaj of having her actual rhymes and lyrics written for her to any capacity, and I think her ability to rap should be respected, and I think she's proved that early on in her career and is still proving that at certain points with this album. As for the promotional run with this album, it's been rife with a lot of drama, a lot of controversy before and after the release. Generally, I get the sense that Nicki is a bit perturbed on the idea that she has anything to prove, or that her spot in hip-hop, pop, R&B has been taken by anybody. To me, that's the entire context of this. Now, let's talk my 4 favorite tracks on Queen. Before I get into specifically what my 4 favorite songs on the album are, I'd like to make mention of why I like any of the material on this particular project. Of course, a general enjoyment of a song is going to endear me to some material on the album, but what I'm really hoping to hear on Queen is a sense of urgency that make me feel like Nicki Minaj has really experienced some level of growth, both as a person and as a musician. She has been known to do several things well throughout her career. She is a well-rounded artist. I would like to see some specific mastery of certain elements in her craft, her kit. So the songs that I liked for one reason or another follow as such. Chun Sway and Chun Li are both pretty good songs. LLC is alright. Ganja Burns, Barbie Dreams, Sir featuring Future, and Coco Chanel featuring Foxy Brown. Now, you think about that, and that's 7 songs. 7 songs out of a 19-track track list. 20 songs if you count the bonus Fifi, a collaboration between Nicki, Murda Beats, and a rapper who will remain nameless on the YouTube channel. And that song is god-awful. So 7 songs out of 20, that's not good. That is a very low benchmark for a rapper the status of a Nicki Minaj. But to speak specifically on the 4 songs I would say are my favorite off of Queen, at number 4 would be Chun Li, at number 3 would be Ganja Burns, number 2 is Coco Chanel, and my favorite song on the album is Chun Sway. And again, to restate the point of all of this, these are the songs I find a real sense of urgency at sparse points on the album. Chun Li is just a solid song. It's one that works that balance between a good charting song and one that has some real rap shit to it. Ganja Burns, I find that energy, that urgency, in the sense that this song kicks the album off really well. When I heard this, I felt like we were picking the album up right where the last one had let off. The only problem at this point is that we quickly realized that this album isn't going anywhere from its predecessor. Coco Chanel, featuring the legend Foxy Brown, is where things are actually getting interesting with this album, actually getting a bit different. Instrumental timbre, bars, rapping, the choice of a guest verse with this song, all sound hungry. Probably the most unique sounding song on the project. I wish there were more things coming out of the woodworks like this. And Chun Sway is just the most immediately gratifying, biggest banger with this entire project. This Metro beat is huge. The Sway Lee feature is fantastic. And Nicki's rapping on this song is the very best that you will hear on this entire album. Out of any song on Queen, this is the track that I'm returning to based on pure enjoyment. If I were to describe this album with 3 adjectives, the very first one I'm going to use is egotistical. And having a big ego is not inherently a negative comment that I would use to describe someone's music or their personality even. Clearly, someone like Kanye West has made a very illustrious career, not only being a big ego guy, but also just being extremely arrogant. The music industry is filled with big ego assholes. Do I think that is necessarily a terrible thing? Not really. The problem is Nicki not backing up that ego that she has in and out of the music with the music. Furthermore, having this kind of an aggressive ego based on achievements that you've made 4 years ago or beyond 4 years ago in a genre very well known for its "what have you done for me lately" culture. Just seems kind of foolish to me, and it only seems to further Nicki Minaj into a realm of potential irrelevancy in the hip-hop community. She's still going to chart well, and she's going to be functional as a top 40 artist, but she seems very passionate about her place in hip-hop, and she only seems to rub more and more people in the hip-hop community the wrong way. Now, to describe this album specifically, it sounds stagnant, and it only runs the status quo, which leads me to my final take with this project. Queen is going to be an album that, for Nicki Minaj fans, people who bought the album, I think they're gonna like it. And they're gonna like it because it essentially, like I said, runs the status quo. That is the very thing I dislike most about this album. For the last time, we're listening to an album that comes 4 years after its predecessor. If you took this 19-track track list and swapped it out with the Pink Prince 19-track track list, I don't personally see what defines this album musically, sonically, personality-wise. If people who watch my content could not unanimously tell me 4 years from now what the difference between the product I bring to you then versus what I can do now, I would hope that is because I currently have no fan base. People don't know who I am yet. Nicki Minaj being as important and as successful as she has been, having the luxury of not having to put out music in a 4-year span, a luxury that very few of her contemporaries can share with her. To take something like that for granted and not move the Richter with this album really at all is, in my opinion, a major failure. So is this album hot or is it not? I'm giving Queen a big not today. Thank you for watching another 65432 with yours truly, Dev Del Molino, the synthesizer of opinions. If you have favorite songs from Queen, adjectives to describe Queen, a hot or not rating for Queen, drop that down in the comment section below. You'll also want to follow me on Instagram at 40ounces.of. .dev. I review and discuss more music over there. I update you on this channel, and every single Monday I'm hitting you with that New Music Monday, a weekly roundup of tracks, singles, and albums that are released every week, what I'm listening to. I gauge what you guys are listening to, what you want me to review, talk about, praise, shit on, and it's just a place for you to discuss music with me. And that's gonna be it for me. So remember, art without favor is like a windmill without wind. Dev Del Molino is out. So, as the story goes, yes, I punched a girl in a corn maze one time, and it was on accident. We here at the Dev Del Molino YouTube channel don't believe in punching girls not on accident. So, in high school, I was on a double date to a Halloween-themed corn maze. This was at nighttime. Anybody that knows me knows I don't really care for nighttime out in the middle of nowhere, but we were with chicks, so, you know, I was on my bullshit making bad decisions. So the girl, who's not my girl thankfully, steps off, sneaks off to the side somewhere to later jump out and scare me. She thought she would get a kick out of that. She got a punch. Now to be fair, she knew I was uneasy. So when her boyfriend steps to me, "Hey bro, what the fuck bro, why you do that bro?" I'm like, what did you expect? I'm out in the middle of nowhere, there's corn everywhere, it's dark, I'm scared, the bitch shouldn't have been hiding in corn. Long story short, I don't talk to that girl anymore, I haven't seen the dude since, and I don't fuck with corn mazes.